Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. Welcome if you're new. I'm Stacy, and tonight we are going to play with my Kuretake paints. I have not used them in quite some time. They're Gansai Tambi Watercolors. I mean, I know they're not technically categorized as watercolors, but that's what I'm going to call them because that's how I use them. They come in this beautiful box, and each palette is super beautifully full. And as you can tell, I don't use them very often. They're pretty new looking, right? I mean, my grandson and I got in here and played with them, but they come with, sorry, color number on the back and then color number on the bottom of the box with the actual name of the color there. This is what they look like all swatched out. In this direction, of course, because that's how the box is set up. I try to keep them in pretty good order so that I don't get confused, so that my little swatch sheet that I keep out up here, this is not watercolor paper, it's kind of smooth, but it gives me a general idea of what each color looks like on paper. I keep that up there. Tonight we are going to do a little kind of mostly sky scene. Gonna keep it, I want to say a sunset scene. Very pretty, and we're going to use some of my new washi tape, you guys. I got some really pretty new washi tapes. We're going to use this one. Because I ran out. I was down to almost nothing, and I try to do that. I try to not order more until I'm down to almost nothing, because I don't need it, but I do deeply desire it sometimes. So we're going to go ahead and do a little border, because paintings always look nice with a little border, don't they? I'm not being exact here, just kind of throwing it down. I don't, this is inexpensive paper, and I try not to use the heavier, stickier tape on it because it tends to tear it. The washi tape, come on now, does not like to stay stuck sometimes, but we're going to give it a whirl. I'm going to go ahead and fold it over, because this isn't a block, it's just a pad. I don't feel like tearing the paper off. I guess I could tear the paper off and put it right on the table, huh? Duh. I'm alright. This, maybe we'll do that. I'll go ahead and tape it right to the table. See how that works out. Ta-da! Set that there for a sec. I'll show it to you in a little hot second. Let's unfold our washi tape. Tape it right to the table. I'm working on a laminate surface that is pretty water resistant. I have switched my tables, but my other table has a laminate surface as well and was pretty water resistant. There we go. Taped down. Good boy. This is Canson XL watercolor paper because it's super inexpensive and fun to practice on. It does act differently than the more expensive, more luxurious papers. It is not I don't have as much control over my watercolors on it as I do on some of the nicer papers, but this is 30 sheets of good to practice on 140-pound cold pressed heavyweight watercolor paper. Bam! Until I can afford to get the nice stuff, and not arches. I like arches, it's really nice, but it doesn't have to be that. There are other really nice papers out there. Alright, so we are going to stop chattering and spritz the page, like so, and then spread that around, get a nice little coat. And I have a little palette out because the Gansai Tambi does not come with a palette of, I mean, it has a little clear protective tray in it, which you could technically mix your paints in the little wells. It would work. You can just leave it right in there and use it like that. but then I have to clean it, and I don't want to. So yeah, I'm going to use my 2-inch Creative Mark, Creative Mark Mimic 2-inch wash. And we're going to go in with this indigo 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And pick it up. Pick it up and put it down. That's what we're doing. And this paint does move around on the paper really nicely. I like that about it, that it bleeds and spreads and moves around. I enjoy that. Get some scrubby cloud shapes going on. That's nice, right? And then just a touch more. We're going all the way down here and there, almost to the bottom of the page. Actually, we can go to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There. We have mountains back here, which we can go ahead and use our blue to drop in a line right there. Why not? Go ahead and get a little bit of dark down here and just let that do what it wants a little bit. General mountainy kinds of shapes, right? It's not bad. Kind of like it. And then up here we're going to just drag that brush around. Clean it pretty good because I'm going to dip into light colors next. Maybe we'll use a smaller brush to dip into light colors. We'll use our cat's tongue. This is a Zen Art Faux Squirrel 3/4 inch cat's tongue brush. I love this brush. It is faux squirrel, and it's fun to use. It's just fun to use. That's all I got. So we're gonna, where it's white, drop in some pink. Pull it around. Oh yeah, that's pretty. Super pretty. Don't mind it mixing on the page either and creating some lavenders. And like that. It's pretty, okay. And I would like actually some lavender mix going on over here. Sweep it in. And I'm just playing tonight. I didn't want to do a super serious piece, you know, that's going to make me tense, and I wanted to play with color, see what I could get to happen on the page without too much work. Some more indigo. Let's see how that mixes. Right there, got a little dark in there, but that's okay. We got a tissue. We have a tissue. We can come in and swoop some of that out, just like that. Cool, huh? Alright. A little more pink. Some cool play going on in the colors. Oh, a little bit of this periwinkle up here. Oh, that one's almost hitting bottom. We have a gray, like a smokier. Kind of right next to it, we have right next to the indigo, we have a gray-blue color. Let's see how that looks. Ooh, dark. We might go ahead and put a little bit of water in that, thin it out. And my paper is buckling pretty hardcore, just so as you know. Drop some darker colored base of clouds like that. That looks cool. Digging it. All right. Okay. Coming right up off the paper, or the table. Washi tape is not meant to be super tacky, so I'm not worrying about it too much. Drop some more dark in. Spread around. And sorry, I got super quiet. I'm contemplating what I'm doing. And do I like it? Do I not? Mostly I do. Mostly. Drop some pure color in there. See what happens. That's fun, right? I know, I'm digging it. And some thinner, wispier things happening here. Kind of digging it. Kind of digging it. That tip of that brush to get some wisps and interesting movement going on. I like that. Alright. Might do one more little line of pure pigment there, like that. Do we like that? Or not so much? I'm kind of digging it. Alright, let's... I would like to also, to and what for, I'm going to grab my smaller brush. This is my Princeton Neptune Round, number 8. Get this like peachy color with a touch of pink in it. There we go. Just a touch of pink. Nice watered down. Oops. Kind of coming up with a little glaze in. Like that. Is that adding a bit of interest or not really? I think it is. Maybe a little bit more pink here and there. A little more of that peach. Water. Pink. To give it a little soft vibrancy. A little more peach. Just a little. More sherbety than. There we go. That's not terrible. It's not fantastic, but it's not terrible either. Gonna dry brush a little bit on that horizon line back there. We'll sweep it in from the outside edge, like so. I might be done playing with that. Alright. And I haven't tried cloud painting in a while. It's interesting. Do we like all these backgrounds and washes that we're getting? Should I fuss with it? No, we're just going to leave it alone. We're just going to leave it alone. I do want this to be a skosh lighter though. Through there. These colors here are pretty opaque, which I wasn't expecting, but that's okay. Okay, so next I'm going to go ahead and come down here with my round. I get some more of that blue-gray color. Put some water in here. Grab some of that blue, mix that in, maybe a little bit of this blue, give it a little interest. Alright, I'm going to come in here and get these mountain shapes. I'm just going to suggest them back here. Distance. Low rolling hills going on. Like that. We can come in and put another layer on. And our foreground has a bit of a green pasture thing going on, so that's why I'm not going all the way down. Do that. Give it a little depth. I dig that. Okay. A touch of lavender. Kind of some gray lavender thing going on. There's this little middle ground action happening. Back there is a wee distance. Okay. And then things way back, way back tend to be cooler. So go ahead, do a little bit of this action. There. Alright. Now I'm gonna grab some green, kind of green gold going on. Let's do this one right here. This is olive green. There we go, mixed with that indigo color. We'll just kind of run it along the bottom here. Like so. I don't mind them bleeding together. It adds interest, right? Adds a bit of interest and intrigue. There. Rolling hills kind of thing, which I dig. Alright. And then this whole thing needs to dry, and we can put our tree on, and then we can put our little animals in. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna hit this with the heat tool. Okay, it's all dry, but it did get super buckly. Like super buckly. Once again, it's one of the curses of most papers buckle. Most 140 pound watercolor papers will buckle. Doesn't matter how expensive they are. But the cheaper ones do buckle quite a lot. Let me show you. That's quite a lot of buckling. I'm going to work with it though. There's nothing wrong with it. Still usable. It's just not going to want to stay taped now. Which is okay. It's fine. Let's get on with the show, shall we? Let's go in here and get in our tree, which I'm going to put kind of here. Now it's a distant tree. Kind of goes up to about here. Like so. Maybe we'll use our other brush with a tip on it. It has a beautiful tip on it. That's better. Get some tree things happening. Using a super light hand and not trying to do details. Silhouette tree in the distance, you're not going to get details. You're going to get a feeling of the tree. Just, you know, what is it doing? What direction basically are the branches going? Thick and thin. Colorways. Like that, and a little bit of poking up, not a lot. Neighbors. There's a bit of music for you, if that's what you can categorize that as. I don't particularly, but that's just me. Never been a big fan of the wrap stuff. Okay, some little dots, doodads, some wiggly branches in the distance, like back behind. There. Okay. I want to get the other brush in here and do some. Oh, knock my tissues over. Get some dry brushing in. Dry brushing. Gives you some softer, featherier textures on your edges and whatnot. That can make your tree look a little more full and interesting, especially a distant tree. Right? You want it to look full and interesting. Ooh. Okay. That's good, right? I think that's good. All right, now we need a little bit of this action so that it looks rooted in the ground. Plus we need some little bit of a horizon happening right through there. Is this purple? I think this is a purple. Yeah, it's dioxazine. Okay, we're almost finished with our painting. A little dioxazine to yeah, that's nice. Okay. Alright, I'm happy with that. Well, the sky's a little busy for my taste, but that's okay for now. Let's do our animals. Let's get in some little bit of, we have cows out here. A little bit of cow action happening out here in the distance. It doesn't have to be anything like super noteworthy. It just needs to be cow-shaped. The illusion of a moo cow. Let's do that. Dab that. And then we can have another one here. Dab that. We can have maybe I should use the pointier brush. Okay. There. And then put one back here behind the tree. And then one there. And then come on over here. One over here. It's just a suggestion of animal in the wave there, you know? I've got another one over here in the distance. Maybe his head's lifted instead of down. Who knows? Well, the cow knows. And then just along the edge on the bottom here so it's not so bright. Just get a little bit of water and tap that off. Alright, I think I'm done fussing. I might be done fussing. Kind of pick that up a bit. So it's quite so stark. It's a little better. Alright. Now, 2-inch brush. And that gray color. Yeah, take that. Super light touch. Super light touch. Like a little bug friend over there. Can you guys see him? Just to get rid of some of this background business that's happening. Kind of like a moodier sky like that. Do I like it a little moodier like that? I think I do. Or maybe I can't tell. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe I'm ruining it. I think that gives it a little more depth. Am I wrong? Am I wrong, you guys? Tell me in the comments. Alright, leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it there. Just because I feel like there's no getting it right at this point. Like from here out, the more I fuss with the sky, the worse it's gonna be. And my need for perfection is pushing me in a direction I don't want to go. Alright, so let's alright. See, there we go. Yeah, alright, done. Let's take our tape off. Let's take it off. Let's get that out of the way. It always looks different when the tape's pulled off. Looks more finished, more professional, just a little more, just it gives it a little bit more, you know? Makes it, what, legitimate? Actually, this washi tape is not damaging the paper, which is nice. Coming right off. Usually the inexpensive paper, even the washi tape, will damage it a bit. But yeah, pop right off. Look at that. Alright. Now that the glue takes off the edges, it frames it a little bit and gives it that finished look. I like it. I dig it. Alright, you guys tell me what you think in the comments below. I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!